Have you ever looked at a billionaire and quietly wondered, why them and not me? Maybe you've seen stories about people like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, or Oprah Winfrey. They own companies worth billions of dollars. Meanwhile, every morning, millions of ordinary people wake up, rush to work, spend 8 or 9 hours earning a paycheck, return home exhausted, and repeat the same routine the next day. Some work for years. Yet their savings barely grow. Their dreams remain exactly that. Dreams. Buying a beautiful home, traveling the world, helping their parents retire, living without worrying about bills. For many people, these dreams slowly fade away, not because they don't work hard, but because they believe wealth belongs only to lucky people. Maybe you've thought the same. Rich people were born into money. They had connections. They were simply lucky. It sounds believable, but is it really true? Let me tell you a short story. 2 young men graduated from university in the same year. Both were intelligent. Both worked hard. Both dreamed of becoming wealthy. The first man believed success meant finding the highest paying job possible. So he studied harder than everyone else. He landed an excellent corporate job. Every year, he received small salary increases. His income grew, but so did his expenses. A bigger apartment, a newer car, better clothes, more bills. Years passed. Although he earned far more than before, he still felt trapped. The second man took a completely different path. Instead of asking, "How can I earn more money?" he asked, "What problem can I solve?" At first, he earned almost nothing. People laughed at him. His ideas failed. His friends told him to get a real job. But he kept searching for problems that people desperately wanted solved. Eventually, he found one. He built a simple solution. People loved it. More customers came, then even more, without realizing it. His income no longer depended on the number of hours he worked. His business kept growing, even while he slept, years later. The first man was still exchanging time for money. The second man had built something that created money without demanding every hour of his life. So what was the real difference? Was one smarter? No. Did one work harder? Not necessarily. The difference was much simpler. One chased money, the other created value. And the world always rewards value. Think about your own life. Imagine you own a bakery. You bake one loaf of bread. One customer pays you. Tomorrow, you bake another loaf. Another customer pays you. Your income depends entirely on your effort. Now imagine something different. Instead of only baking bread, you invent a machine that helps thousands of bakeries bake twice as fast. Suddenly, you aren't solving one person's problem. You're solving thousands of people's problems. And the bigger the problem you solve, the bigger the reward becomes. This is one of the greatest financial lessons most schools never teach. Money doesn't chase hard workers. Money follows value. Look around your home. Almost everything you own exists because someone solved a problem. Your smartphone solved communication. Your refrigerator solved food storage. Online shopping solved convenience. Streaming services solved entertainment. Every successful business exists because it makes someone's life easier. That's why they grow. Not because they wanted money, because they solved problems. Many people spend years asking, "How can I make more money?" But very few ask, "How can I become more valuable?" And that single question changes everything, because once you become valuable, money naturally begins to follow. Not overnight, not magically, but consistently. The truth is, the richest people rarely wake up thinking, "How do I make another million today?" Instead, they ask, "What problem can we solve next?" Because they understand something most people never realize. Money is only a reward. Value comes first. So, what is the real purpose of becoming wealthy? Is it millions of dollars, luxury cars, a giant mansion. Not really, those are only symbols. What people truly want is something much deeper. Freedom. The freedom to wake up without an alarm. The freedom to spend time with your family. The freedom to travel without worrying about your bank account. The freedom to choose your own life instead of living one chosen by necessity. Money is not the destination. Freedom is, and money is simply one of the vehicles that can take you there. But here's something most people misunderstand. Freedom doesn't arrive the day you become rich. It begins the day you stop thinking like everyone else. The day you stop asking, how can I earn more? And start asking, how can I create more value? That single shift changes everything. Because every successful business, every successful creator, every successful entrepreneur started by solving one problem. Not 10, not 100, just one. You don't need to invent the next Amazon. You don't need billions of dollars. You don't need perfect timing. You simply need to notice what other people ignore. Look around your own life. What frustrates people? What wastes their time? What confuses them? What could be easier? Every complaint you hear could be the beginning of a business idea. Every inconvenience could become someone's opportunity. The world rewards people who remove pain from other people's lives. Will every idea succeed? No. In fact, most won't. And that's completely normal. Behind every successful entrepreneur are dozens of failed ideas that nobody remembers. Failure isn't proof that you should quit. Failure is proof that you're learning. Every mistake teaches something no classroom ever can. The faster you learn, the closer you move toward success. Imagine a sculptor standing before a huge block of stone. At first, it looks ordinary, nothing special. But with every careful strike of the hammer, the sculpture slowly appears. Success works exactly the same way. Every failed attempt removes another piece of stone. Every lesson reveals a little more of the masterpiece hidden inside. People only notice the finished statue. They rarely appreciate the thousands of strikes that created it. If you're watching this today while working a regular job, don't feel discouraged. A job isn't your enemy. It can become the foundation that finances your future dreams. Use your salary wisely. Learn new skills. Study the market. Observe people's problems. Build something little by little. Many successful businesses started after work. Late at night, on weekends, one small step at a time. You don't need to quit everything tomorrow. You simply need to begin. Remember this powerful truth. The marketplace doesn't reward effort alone. It rewards solutions. The more valuable your solution becomes, the more valuable you become. That's why some people earn millions while others struggle despite working harder. It's never just about effort. It's about impact. One day, years from now, someone may look at your success and say, you were lucky. They won't see the sleepless nights, the failed ideas, the fear, the sacrifices. They'll only see the result, but you'll know the truth. Luck had very little to do with it. You simply chose to keep solving problems while others kept chasing money. So before this story ends, I want to leave you with one question. If money wasn't the goal, if helping people became the goal instead, what would you build? What problem would you solve? Because somewhere in the answer to that question may be the beginning of your own journey toward wealth. Remember, don't chase money. Chase value. Don't chase success. Chase solutions. Because when you improve enough lives, success has an incredible way of finding you. Thank you for watching Tales by Hasiba. If this story changed the way you think about money, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs this message today. Until our next story, keep learning, keep growing, and never stop solving problems. Because every great fortune begins with one simple question. How can I make someone's life better?